ओके सो हम क्या करने वाले हैं। हमने कल स्टैंडर्ड 2B का 2A का सॉरी मार्केट मैनिपुलेशन जिसमें मटेरियल नॉन पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन के बारे में हमने बात करी थी और हमने उसके रिकमेंडेशंस और वो सब पढ़े थे। अब हम आज एग्जाम्पल्स पढ़ेंगे जिसमें टोटल 12 एग्जाम्पल्स को हम कवर करेंगे। So let's start with our today's session. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. So application acting on non-public information. So this is the first example. Demonstrate a thorough knowledge of CFA Institute Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct by interpreting the code and standards in various situations involving issues of professional integrity. Example 1. Acting on non-public information. So non-public information जो भी है उसके ऊपर एक्ट अगर हम करते हैं, सो ये एग्जाम्पल है। लेट्स टेक फ्रैंक बार्ने या फिर बी एफ बी द प्रेसिडेंट and controlling shareholder of Smart Town clothing chain decides to accept a tender offer and sell the family business at a price almost double the market price of its shares. He describes this decision to his sister, Smart Town's treasurer. उसकी जो बहन है, जो सिस्टर है, वो स्मार्ट टाउन करके कोई कंपनी है, उसकी वो ट्रेजरर है, who conveys it to her daughter, who owns no stock in the family company at present. सिस्टर ने अपनी ही डॉटर को बताया, ठीक है। who tells her husband स्टेपल, जो कि सिस्टर की डॉटर के हस्बैंड, ओके, स्टेपल। सो स्टेपल however tells his stock broker Alex Halsey AH, who immediately buys Smart Town stock for himself. So इसमें चेन है प्रॉपर। अब चेन क्या है? बार्ने ने, वो प्रेसिडेंट है, कंट्रोलिंग शेयर होल्डर ऑफ द स्मार्ट टाउन क्लोथिंग चेन, ठीक है। कंट्रोलिंग शेयर होल्डर भी है, ओनर भी है, प्रेसिडेंट भी है। उसको एक टेंडर ऑफर आया अपना फैमिली बिजनेस सेल करने का, जो कि उसने अपनी सिस्टर को बता दिया, जो सिस्टर उसकी ट्रेजरर भी है। और ट्रेजरर जो कि सिस्टर है, सिस्टर ने, मतलब वो भी कंपनी की पार्ट होगी सिस्टर ने अपनी डॉटर को बता दिया कि ऐसा हो रहा है, who owns no stock in the company, ठीक है। who tells her husband स्टेपल, एंड स्टेपल ने फिर स्टॉक ब्रोकर को बोला, एलेक्स को, कि यार ये बाय खरीद लो क्योंकि ये कंपनी बिकने वाली है, टेंडर ऑफर एक्सेप्ट हो गया। तो ये तो क्लियर कट मटेरियल नॉन पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन का वायलेशन हो रहा है, राइट। तो पहली बार आपको प्रेसिडेंट को बताना ही नहीं चाहिए था। वायलेशन किसने करा? प्रेसिडेंट को बताना नहीं चाहिए था। अगर प्रेसिडेंट सिस्टर को बता भी रहा है, अगर वो एज ए एम्प्लॉय बता रहा है, ट्रेजरर को बता रहे हैं, एक प्रेसिडेंट अपनी कंपनी के ट्रेजरर को बता रहा है, तो वायलेशन नहीं है। लेकिन अगर ट्रेजरर अपनी फैमिली में बता रहा है और फिर फर्दर जा रहा है, मेरे हिसाब से सिस्टर ने वायलेशन करा है, सिस्टर हैज वायलेटेड। बट मैं क्वेश्चन आंसर पढ़ता हूं। द इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द पेंडिंग सेल इज बोथ मटेरियल एंड नॉन पब्लिक, ये तो बात सही है। स्टेपल हैज वायलेटेड। स्टेपल कौन है? स्टेपल बट मेरे हिसाब से मेंबर्स एंड कैंडिडेट्स होते हैं। स्टेपल ना ही मेंबर है ना कैंडिडेट है ना ये कंपनी, कैसे ये? बेसिकली देखो, स्टेपल एक्टेड ऑन मटेरियल नॉन पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन, इसलिए वो वायलेट कर रहा है। ठीक है, सो इसमें ये कह रहे हैं कम्युनिकेटिंग द इनसाइड इंफॉर्मेशन टू ब्रोकर हैल्से आल्सो वायलेटेड द सी हैल्से आल्सो वायलेटेड हैल्से कौन है हैल्से इज stock broker has also violated the standard by buying the shares on the basis of material non-public information. तो हैल्से ने भी बाय करा है, मतलब हैल्से also violated. Okay, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल, पीटर एक एनालिस्ट है विद स्कॉटलैंड एंड पियर्स इनकॉर्पोरेटेड. Analyst with Scotland and Pearce Incorporated is assisting his firm with secondary offering from Bright secondary offering Bright Ideas Lab. Peter participates via telephone conference call in a meeting with Scotland and Pearce investment banking employees. Bright Ideas CEO, so उसकी खुद की कंपनी के एम्प्लॉइज और ब्राइट आइडियाज के सीईओ से बात कर रहा है वो कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल पे. पीटर इज एडवाइज दैट द कंपनीज अर्निंग प्रोजेक्शन फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर हैव सिग्निफिकेंटली ड्रॉप्ड. Throughout the telephone conference call, several Scotland and Pearce salespeople and portfolio managers walked in and out of Peter's office. Salespeople and portfolio managers walk in and out of Peter's office where the telephone call is taking place. Okay. As a result, they are aware of drop in projected earnings for Bright Ideas. Okay, so they are also aware. So basically, sales people, portfolio manager are also aware of that fact that there's a drop in earnings this quarter. Before the conference call is concluded, the sales people trade the stock of the company. Okay, on behalf of firms, clients, and other firm person trade the stock in the firm proprietary account and in employees' personal accounts. So इसके अंदर बात ये है कि देखो एक फायरवॉल नहीं बनाया है, फायरवॉल हैज टू बी देयर. सो द फायरवॉल इज नॉट देयर बिटवीन द इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग एंड द सेल्स पीपल या पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजर्स. सो फायरवॉल नहीं है, तो उसके वजह से जो इंफॉर्मेशन है वो एक साइड से दूसरी साइड पे डिस्पेट हो रही है या लीक हो रही है. सो एक तरह से पीटर की गलती है. पीटर हैज वायलेटेड द स्टैंडर्ड 2A because he failed to prevent the transfer and misuse of material non-public information to others in his firm. So and misuse of material non-public information to others in the firm. Peter's firm should have adopted, Peter का जो firm है should have adopted information barriers to prevent the communication of non-public information between departments of the firm. ठीक है. And the sales and portfolio managers who traded on information have also violated because they traded on the material non-public information. Okay, so let's move to the next example. Selective disclosure of material information. Selective disclosure of material information. So Levinson is based in Hanoi and covers the Vietnamese market for her firm, which is based in Singapore. She is invited together with other 10 largest shareholders of manufacturing company. Okay, so एक बार फिर से पढ़ते हैं. Hanoi and covers Vietnamese market for her firm. She is based in Singapore. She is invited together with her 10 largest shareholders of manufacturing company. अच्छा, other shareholders also. to meet the finance director of the company. During the meeting, finance director states that the company expects its workforce to strike next Friday, which will cripple productivity and distribution. Can Levinson use this information as a basis to change the rating on the company from buy to sell? I think no, because this is a material non-public information. It has to be dissipated in the market through proper channels or through regulatory filings or exchange. It should be uh, released in exchange filings. Only then it will be considered as public information, material public information, and that information can be used to change the rating on the company from buy to sell. So Levinson must first determine whether the material information is public. If it's not, then he or she cannot use it. According to standard 2A, if the company has to made this information public, a small group forum does not qualify. See, it's a small group forum uh, does not qualify as a method of public dissemination. Okay. Now we move to the example number 4. So over here, what is happening? Fetchman, Lee Fetchman is trying to decide whether to hold or sell shares of oil and gas exploration company that she owns in several of her funds of the funds she manages. Uh, Sorry for interruption. Fetchman is trying to decide whether to hold or sell shares of oil and gas exploration company that she owns in several of the funds she manages. Although the company has underperformed the index for some time already, the trends in the industry sector signal that companies of this type might become takeover targets. While she is considering her decision, her doctor, who casually follows the markets, mentions that she thinks that the company in question will soon be bought out by a large multinational conglomerate, and that it would be a good idea to buy stock right now. After talking to various investment professionals and checking their opinion on the company as well as checking the industry trends, Fetchman decides the next day to accumulate more stock in oil and gas exploration company. I don't think so. It is a material non-public information because the person, the doctor, who has a opinion. It's not like 100% true fact that this is going to happen. It is the doctor's opinion, and after hearing the doctor's opinion, Lev Fetchman goes and checks with other investment operation professionals for their opinion and all. So, although information on an expected takeover bid may be of the type that is generally material and non-public, in this case the source of information is unreliable. So the sources are unreliable. So the information cannot be considered material. Therefore, Fetchman is not prohibited from trading the stock on the basis of this information. It was a simple, easy example. Let's move to the example number 5. Applying the mosaic theory. Okay, I think this was also mosaic, right? Materiality. Okay, we are trying to determine whether it is material or not material. So this is mosaic theory. So Jagdish Teja, finally we got to hear some Indian name, is a buy-side analyst covering the furniture industry, looking for an attractive company to recommend as a buy. He analyzes several furniture makers by studying their financial reports and visiting their operations. He also talked to some designers and retailers to find out which furniture styles are trendy and popular. Although none of the companies that he analyzes are clear by, he discovers that one of them, Swan Furniture Company, may be in financial trouble. Swan may be in a financial trouble. Furniture Company, extravagant new designs have been introduced at substantial cost. Even though these designs initially attracted attention, the public is now buying more conservative furniture from other makers. Based on this information and on profit and loss analysis, Teja believes that the SFC next quarter earnings will drop substantially. He issues a sell recommendation for SFC. Immediately after receiving that recommendation, investment managers start reducing the SFC stock in their portfolio. जैसे ही सेल रिकमेंडेशन इशू करता है उसी टाइम पे he issues sell recommendation for immediately after receiving that recommendation investment. I think not a violation. Information on quarterly earnings data is material and non-public. Teja arrived at his conclusion about the earnings stock on the basis of public information and on the pieces of non-material, non-public information such as opinions of designers and retailers. Therefore, trading based on Teja's correct conclusion is not prohibited. एक्चुअली बात ये है कि मुझे थ्योरी पे ही सारा गेम है. हाउ यू एनालाइज स्टॉक्स एंड ऑल, देन यू पुट डू अ मोज़ेक थ्योरी एंड देन you have some thesis to buy a stock or sell a stock. Okay, so let's move to the example number 6. So now over here Roger Clement is a senior financial analyst who specializes in European automobile sector at Rivoli Capital. Roger Clement is senior financial analyst. ठीक है. European automobile sector at Rivoli Capital. Because he has been repeatedly nominated by many leading industry magazines and newsletters as a best analyst for automobile industry, he is widely regarded as authority on the sector. After speaking with representatives of Turgot Chariots, European auto manufacturer with sales primarily in South Korea, and after conducting interviews with salespeople, labor leaders, his firm's Korean currency analysts, banking officials, Clement analyzed Turgot Chariots and concluded that its newly introduced model will probably not meet sales expectations. Its corporate restructuring strategy may well face serious opposition from unions. The depreciation of Korean won should lead to pressure on margins for the industry in general and Turgot's market segment in particular. Bank could take a tougher than expected stance in upcoming round of credit renegotiations with the company. For these reasons, he changes his conclusion about the company from market outperform. मतलब कि उसने एक सेकेंड. For these reasons, he changes his conclusion about the company from market outperform to market underperform. Okay, उसने इसको कम कर दिया, downgrade कर दिया. Clement retains the support material used. This is very important point. Retains the support material used to reach his conclusion in case questions later arise. So I don't think so. There's a violation. Still, let me read again because he is considered to be best analyst. Okay, for automobile industry, he is widely regarded as authority on the sector after speaking with representatives of Turgot Chariots, European automobile manufacturer with sales primarily in South Korea. To reach a conclusion, let's read the answer. To reach a conclusion, To reach a conclusion about the value of the company, Clement has pieced together number of non-material or public bits of information that affect Turgot chariots. Therefore, under the music theory, Clement has not violated standard 2A in drafting the report. Okay, that is fine. There is no, I don't think there is an issue. Analyst recommendations as material non-public information. Example number 7. The next day, Clement is preparing to be interviewed on Global Financial News television program where he will discuss his changed recommendation on Turgot chariot for the first time in public. Okay, first time. While preparing for the program, he mentions to the show's producers and Mary Zito, the journalist who will be interviewing him, the information he will be discussing. Just prior to going on air, Zito sells. Oh, Zito ने ही sell कर दिया. Zito sells her holdings in Turbo Chariots. It's a violation. She also phones her father with information because she knows that he and other family members have investment in Turbo Chariots. अच्छा ठीक. So give me a second. So आपको क्या लगता है? ये वायलेशन है ना? अब ये वायलेशन किसने किया है? जीटो ने किया है या फिर क्लेमेंट ने किया है? क्लेमेंट को एक्चुअली बात ये यहाँ पे पढ़ते हैं हम. जीटो receives advance notice of Clement's change of opinion. She knows it will have a material impact on stock price, even if she is not totally aware of Clement's underlying reasoning. She is not a client of Clement, but obtains early access to material. See, she is not a client of Clement, but obtains early access to material non-public information prior to publication. Her trades are thus based on material non-public information violate standard. हाँ, तो she is not a client of Clement, but obtains early access to material non-public information. ठीक है. Zito further violates the standard by relaying the information to her father. Relaying the information to her father. It would not matter if he or any other family members traded. The act of providing the information violates standard 2A. The act of providing the information violates standard 2A. The fact that the information provided to family member does not absolve someone of prohibition of using or communicating material. आप फैमिली मेंबर को बता रहे हो doesn't mean कि वो वायलेशन नहीं होगा. उसका ये मतलब है लास्ट में. उसका ये मतलब नहीं कि आप अगर आप फैमिली मेंबर को बता रहे हो, ठीक है, देन एग्जांपल नंबर 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ज्यादा नहीं है, 8 का. सो इसके अंदर क्या है? एस्टन केलॉग इज अ रिटायर्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोफेशनल who manages his own portfolio. He owns shares in National Savings. National Savings is a large local bank. A close friend and golfing buddy, John Mayfield, is a senior executive at National. देखो, केलॉग एक पोर्टफोलियो मैनेज करता है खुद का. उसके बाद नेशनल सेविंग्स के स्टॉक्स हैं जो लार्ज नेशनल बैंक. ठीक है. उसका एक क्लोज फ्रेंड है, गोल्फिंग फ्रेंड है, मेफील्ड. वो सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव है नेशनल में, और नेशनल हैज सीन इट्स स्टॉक प्राइस ड्रॉप कंसिडरेबली एंड द न्यूज़ इन आउटलुक आर नॉट गुड. In conversation about the economy, conversation about the economy, the and the banking industry on the golf course, Mayfield relays the information that National will surprise the investment community in a few days when it announces excellent earnings for the quarter. It's a clear violation. Clear violation. Kellogg is pleasantly Kellogg is pleasantly surprised by this information and thinking that Mayfield, as a senior executive, knows the law and would not disclose inside information. He doubles his position in bank. अच्छा, he doubles in position in bank का मतलब है कि 100 शेयर थे 200 ले लिए. Subsequently, National announces that it had good operating earnings but had to set aside reserves for anticipated significant losses on its loan portfolio. The combined news causes the stock to go down 60%. So basically he was expecting कि बढ़ेगा, लेकिन वो बढ़ा नहीं, वो गिर गया. वो बढ़ा और गिरने की बात नहीं है, बात यह है कि आपने एक नॉन पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन के ऊपर एक्ट करा है. Acting on non-public information. That is the problem. Even though Kellogg believes that Mayfield would not break the law by disclosing inside information and the money was lost on the purchase, Kellogg should not have purchased additional shares of National. It is the members and candidate responsibility to make sure before executing investment actions that comments about the earnings are not material non-public information. Kellogg has violated standard. Let's move to example 9. So mosaic theory let's move to example number 9. बस फटाफट करते हैं, अब इसको ना ज़्यादा है नहीं, ठीक है. डॉल इज अ रिसर्च एनालिस्ट फॉर अ hedge fund that also sells its research to a select group of paying this is a good question. Select group of paying client investment firms. This is a research analyst for hedge fund that also sells its research to select paying investment firms. Doll's focus is medical technology companies and products, and he has been John Doll. He has been in business long enough and has been successful enough to build up a very credible network of friends and experts in the business. Doll has been working on major research report recommending boys' health. Doll has been working on a major research report recommending boys' health. A medical device manufacturer. He recently ran into an old acquaintance at a wedding who is senior executive at Boys. He recently ran into old acquaintance at a wedding who is senior executive Boys. Doll asked about the business, and Doll was drawn to a statement that the executive who has responsibilities in the new products area made about the product. I would not get too excited about the medium-term prospects. We have a lot of work to do first. Doll incorporated this and other information about the new Boys product in his long-term recommendation of Boys. So see, देखो इन्होंने क्या करा, रिसर्च एनालिस्ट है डॉन, सेल्स इज रिसर्च टू सिलेक्ट ग्रुप ऑफ पेइंग क्लाइंट, ठीक है. डॉल फोकस मेडिकल, ठीक है, हैज बीन बिजनेस along enough and has been successful enough to build up credible network of friends, ठीक है. डॉल has been working on major research report has been working on major research report recommending boys health, a medical. He recently added to hold a boys. Strong. Not very material, but still let me read the answer. Doll need to guard against soliciting or obtaining material non-public information. Before issuing the report, the executive statement about the continuing development of product would need to be weighed against other known public facts to determine whether it would be considered material or not. Weighed against the other known public facts. Okay. Example number 10. Nadler, a trader for mutual fund, gets text message from another firm's trader who he has known for years. The message indicates a software company is going to report strong earnings with firm publicly announces in 2 days. Nadler has Nadler has a buy order from portfolio manager within his firm to purchase several 100,000 shares of stock. Nadler is aggressive in placing the portfolio manager's orders and completes the purchases by the following morning, a day ahead of firm's planned earnings announcement. नैडलर को एक एसएमएस आता है कोई और फर्म्स ट्रेडर से जिसको वो बहुत सालों से जानता है एंड द फर्म इंडिकेट्स द सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी इज गोइंग टू रिपोर्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग अर्निंग कोई सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी है जो कि बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग अर्निंग रिपोर्ट करने वाली है Nadler has a buy order from portfolio manager within his firm to purchase several 100,000 shares of stock. There are often rumors and whispers numbers before a release of any kind. The text message from other trader would most likely be considered market noise, unlike Nadler knew that the trader had an ongoing business relationship with the public firm. He has no reason to suspect he was receiving material non-public information that would prevent him from completing the trading request of portfolio manager. Unless Nadler knew that the trader had an ongoing business relationship with public fund, he had no reason to suspect he was receiving material. ठीक है, Nadler को ये नहीं पता कि trader का कोई business relationship है public firm के साथ. So अगर relationship हो तो ही वो लगेगा कि वो material non-public information है and prevent him from completing the trading request of the portfolio manager. Materiality determine करनी पड़ेगी इसके लिए. चलो अगला है एग्जांपल नंबर 11 यूजिंग एन एक्सपोर्ट नेटवर्क McCoy is a senior drug analyst at mutual fund. Her firm hires a service that connects her to experts in treatment of cancer. So उसकी जो फर्म है उसने हायर करा है सर्विस that connects her to experts in the treatment of cancer. So through various phone conversations, McCoy enhances her understanding of the latest therapies for successful treatment. This information is critical to Mary McCoy, making informed recommendations of companies producing these drugs. This is a mosaic theory. मतलब इसमें कोई वायलेशन नहीं है. McCoy is appropriately using the expert network to enhance her evaluation process. She has neither asked for nor received information that may be considered material non-public, such as preliminary trial results. McCoy is allowed to seek advice from professionals within the industry that she follows. McCoy is allowed to seek advice from professionals within the industry that she follows. So this is the last example of the standard 2A. Okay, let's complete this. Watson is a research analyst working for a hedge fund. Watson research analyst है hedge fund का. To stay informed, Watson relies on outside experts for information on such industries as technology and pharmaceutical, where new advancements occur frequently. The meetings with the industry experts often are arranged through network or placement agents that have specific policies and procedures in place to deter the exchange of material non-public information. Watson arranges a call to discuss the future prospects of one of the fund's existing technology. Watson ने एक कॉल अरेंज करी एक फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स को समझने के लिए फॉर वन ऑफ द फंड्स एग्जिस्टिंग टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनी होल्डिंग्स, a company that was testing a new semiconductor product. The scientist leading the test indicates his disappointment with the performance of new semiconductor. Following the call, Watson realized the insights he received to others at the fund. He relays the information to others in the fund, and the fund sells its current position in the company and buys many put option because the market is anticipating the success of the new semiconductor and the share price reflects the market's optimism. Watson has violated because see ये जो लाइन है ना, दिस शोज कि वो सेमीकंडक्टर का जो टेस्टिंग रिसर्च हो रहा है वो फेल हो गया है. तो दिस इज अ मटेरियल नॉन पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन has violated the standard 2A by passing along the material non-public information concerning the ongoing product test, which the fund used to trade in securities and options of related company. Watson cannot simply rely on the agreement signed by individuals who participate in expert networks that state that he has not received the information that would prohibit his trading activity. He must make his own determination whether the information he received through these arrangements reaches a materiality threshold that would affect his trading abilities. So एक आप ये अपना नो डिस्क्लोजर एनडीए फॉर्म भर के या नो डिस्क्लोजर डिस्क्लोजर एग्रीमेंट्स को फिल करके आप रिलाय नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, सो मैं फिर से पढ़ूंगा. Watson cannot simply rely on the agreement signed by the individuals who participate in expert network that state that he has not received the information that would prohibit his trading activity. उसकी खुद की डिटर्मिनेशन होनी चाहिए कि वो मटेरियल है नहीं है. ठीक है, सो वी विल एंड दिस वीडियो ओवर हियर. आई थिंक सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हमने पढ़ लिए. हमारा स्टैंडर्ड 2A पूरी तरह से कंप्लीट हो गया. कल हम एक न्यू वीडियो के साथ आएंगे जिसमें हम कोई नया स्टैंडर्ड को डिस्कस करेंगे. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. बाय बाय.